So the hottest news, there's a couple things happening. From a product standpoint, we just launched our homepage redesign last week. From a platform standpoint, we made an announcement yesterday that we're going to be making some iterations, or there's going to be an evolution taking place on Facebook platform, which launched in May of 2007, which we're really excited about for our developers and for brand marketers who are involved with the platform. From an advertising standpoint, we just continue to see fantastic work being done by brand marketers on our platform. 10 million users a day are becoming fans of brands on Facebook.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, people care about brands. They want to connect with them, and brands want to build lasting relationships with consumers. And so we're seeing users respond really well to the products such as pages and engagement ads. And then just from sort of a communication standpoint, we just launched peace.facebook.com, which is part of a larger Peace project. I recommend everyone take a look at it. It's very interesting how users have leveraged the communication technologies of Facebook in order to open up communication in their own native countries or among their culture. And it's actually encouraged more connections among people who for centuries have not gone along so well. So you can see how every day that users in different nations are building connections. It's pretty neat.
Yeah,
so,
that's amazing. Very cool.
That's great to have observed an increase. I think forward-leaning brands, those who are excited to get started and not afraid to get started and iterate, have had great success. They have built a two-way dialogue with a scaled basis of consumers. They have been able to measure the impact of their campaigns on Facebook, and that's been socialized through the marketing world. And so that, coupled with the fact that at large organizations and small organizations, there's now alignment from the top down and bottom up about how to leverage social marketing and how to leverage Facebook products. So the fact that education has increased, the fact that we've all observed great successes across a number of verticals, has really helped sort of build this groundswell of excitement and involvement with Facebook marketing system. The secret sauce is really not any secret at all, and it's pretty straightforward. Engagement ads, which exist on the Facebook platform, that basically the philosophy that underpins all of our advertising is use the knowledge about how users are engaging with their friends, their family, their colleagues on Facebook, and be able to put brands in a social context. So brands are now able to make connections as users are able to make connections with each other. Brands can have events where users can RSVP. Brands can have opportunities that were once reserved among people, but brands are now being able to be brought into that network.
So much more open conversation, really.
So exactly. So the quickest way to build a fan base really is through engagement ads, where users can become a fan in line with the ad unit. Brands can target based on what users are sharing about themselves in an authentic environment, in their preferred environment to spend time with friends and family and colleagues online. And from that, they're able to reach qualified consumers. So. That's a great question, because to date there's been so many. I've done a great job across every vertical, like I said earlier. Those who tend to have success are those that have committed to being on Facebook, being part of a two-way dialogue, responding to consumers, taking that feedback, iterating products, iterating their presence. They're not afraid to get started, even if it's not perfect. They are there and they're learning. And so brands that have stood out in order to drive a bunch of different goals, right? How do we measure success? And it's very different within social marketing. You have to take into a lot of different factors. Just going beyond the click, you have to look beyond the click here.
Sure.
And so as far as driving awareness, consideration, and actually driving sales, a number of brands have done that. Comes to mind Starbucks. Starbucks certainly has done a fantastic job, creating that dialogue, building a community where they actually own those relationships that, millions of fans they have on Facebook. They certainly were able to garner that many fans through engagement ads, but also through having really meaningful dialogue with their consumers. So they're actually working top down and bottom up on that funnel, both driving awareness, consideration, and actually driving people into stores to try new products and drive sales. So,
all right, great info. All right, well, thank you for speaking at Meet the Makers today.
Thank you.